not gonna hurt you. Just do me one favor. What do you want? Watch Nighttiger Comics on YouTube. Okay, it's that time for a comic book haul. This is another Comicfest. Was a smash success. This is the fourth one we've had now since last year, I believe. And sponsors have changed. The guy that originally did it, I guess he didn't make enough money on the last outing, and unfortunately for us collectors, he was really the best guy there. He had all the older Silver Age, Bronze Age keys from Marvel and DC at really good prices. So he dropped out. My local LCS owner, Austin, he took it over. He did a great job. He got it in the mall, and he got people to come from all over Florida. It was really, really good. Now, there was a guy there who was at the Comic-Con, and he had great dollar books, and I bought a bunch of them. I just caught him on my way out. Sylvester from, I forget where he's from. Anyways, I forgot he was going to be there. So we went to the vet, and I told my wife, I think I should pop in over there because Austin was saying that I should go, even if I wasn't gonna spend money. I should support the community and the town or the whole thing. So I thought, I should. Then I remembered when I got there that Sylvester was there, and I went to another dealer first, and the other dealer said, it was Chris, said, you better go over there. He's got dollar books. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. If I had remembered, I would have been there first because he had a lot of great stuff for $1, so I can imagine what I missed. So I'm going to do the dollar stuff first. Not a whole big deal. There's some really good stuff in here, though. I spent $100. I didn't want to spend any money. I spent $100. So before I get into this, I'll just show a dollar book here because I hate when people talk and they don't show anything. That's Kingdom Come. These all first are dollar books. But speaking of $100, earlier today I needed some Velcro. And my wife says, I think it's in your glove box in your truck. My wife just sent me a text. We have no onions, she said. That's right. Anyways, my wife said, check your glove box. So I went out to my glove box. And what did I find? I came back in the house and I said, oh, honey, thank you for telling me to check my glove box. She's like, why? What'd you find? I lost my Samsung phone. She goes, you found your phone? I'm like, no. She's like, you found your wallet? And I'm like, it's kind of that good. So I pulled out a $100 bill I had found that was in my glove box. So I was like, sweet. $100 bill. We don't know why it was there. She thinks that she vaguely remembers me telling her to put it away a while back. So I split it with her. But hey, when you find a $100 bill, any day is going to be a good day. So dollar books. Kingdom Come, $1. Number one's the one shot. Got some Spider-Man books. I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, but for $1 I figured I'd pick up some of these. $5.90. Can see if we can. Let me shut this light off. So I got $5.90. $5.98. So I guess I'm going to be reading some Spider-Man. $5.97 with Captain Marvel. I can barely see her in the background right there. Is that Iron Patriot? The Dark Reign. I have never read any part of the Dark Reign storyline. So here's some more. It's $5.96. $5.98. So I got a good consecutive. Let's see if we can fix that. Come on. There we go. $5.98. And then $5.99. So this is still part of the Dark Reign storyline. And then, oops, $5.89. Return of the Spot. Who remembers him? Was it the late 80s or the 90s? And then we got 587. Character Assassination 3 of 4. I think that's it for the Spider-Man. I'm not into modern books, but figured I'd pick up and support the Comicfest. And then this is a small key, I believe. It is. I can't remember what it is. It is a small key, though. I think it's first appearance of somebody. This one, next one was a dollar book too, but it was from another dealer. This wasn't from Sylvester. There's a guy that came from Port Richey. So yeah, and I remembered him. He's like, you look familiar, and I was like, oh yeah. He goes, I said, you need to sub to my channel. I got a contest. He goes, I think I am. He goes, aren't you a friend of Aaron's? And I'm like, oh yeah, Deadpool 2323. So unfortunately, he had a lot of stuff, but it was all low grade for $1. And then I opened this up, and the coupon was missing. So I tried to go through and find something that I wanted. I found 2 books, and that was one of them. This was at another shop for $3, so I was happy to get this for $1 from Kirk's Geek Shop. Hulk Smash. I've not read it yet. Don't know if it's any good. Another dollar book that I realized when I got home it had a rip. But oh well. Omega, The Unknown. I don't have any of these. And I have to rebag and board these here. So now this was cool. So Sylvester had a ton of these for $1. I was like, man, I spent $10 on this thing when it came out, and now I could get 10 of them for $10. So I bought 2. I bought this one. I don't know, is this it's the Carmen Infantino homage? Because I don't think he did that cover. So one of these is going in the contest box. But yeah, that's an homage to, this is by Michael Cho. But that's an homage to, I believe, the Carmen Infantino. Now this is a Jim Lee. So these were at Buck, man. I don't know which one I'd put in the comic. They both look cool. I'm partial to this one because of the nostalgia of it. Silver Age. Early Silver Age. But then Jim Lee, man, he's gorgeous art. But one of them will go into the comic prize box, which is full. I probably have to stuff it in there. Picked up 2 of these. It's a small key. Actually, I didn't go through this stuff and label it yet, but these are just really high grade, so I grabbed 2 for $1. He had like 4 or 5 of them. Part 1 of the Penguin Affair. I think this is, I don't remember the character's name. But for $1, and they're high grade, and they're in Mylar. Mylars are like 75 cents a piece anyway. Dark Moon Rising, Batman and the Mad Monk. Matt Wagner, number 1 of 6. Never heard of that. Look cool. Has the homage cover right there to Detective from the Golden Age. And this cover's been homaged quite a few times. And then I have a copy of this already, so this will probably go into the prize box. This is the New Avengers. Is this the first cover appearance of Ronin? I don't know. But I already have that one. This one was cool because another homage, I believe. This is another homage to Carmen Infantino, but it's a Brian Freeze cover. So look at that one, and then look at this one. Pretty similar in the art, huh? Sucker for a Batman cover. Justice Society of America number 1, Art Germ cover. I believe I do have this already, but who can turn it down for $1? Pretty cool. Lady Bell. Oh, if you can get the one that has her by Art Germ on the cover solo, oh, that's a really good issue. And then we got another Justice Society of America, Art Germ. I'm assuming these are Art Germ. They look like it. I didn't do the research. Beautiful Wildcat cover. And then we got another beautiful cover, and I have no idea who this character is. And then another Justice Society. That was number 3. That other one was 4. This one's 2. Who the heck is this? Another beautiful. I'm sure that's Art Germ. I'm not even going to check. Okay, so Brightest Day, number 1, Flash, June 10, 2010. Jeff Johns, Francis Manable. A lot of Jeff Johns stuff here. Another Flash, number 1. I forget this, volume 4, I think. August 2006. Some detectives to fill up the run. 837 countdown tie-in with the Harley Quinn cover. And then 852 with the Hush Faces of Evil cover. And then Batman Arkham City number 1 of 5. Then we got a Jim Lee cover. Wait, no we don't. We got a Tony Daniel cover. Grant Morrison writing, Batman 674. These are filling up the holes in my Batman. I'm not a completist, and I don't complete runs except for Batman. I just love reading Batman because Batman is just a unique character, and if you go back and watch my contest entry for Matilda Gothica, you'll see why I like it. I'll see why I like Batman. Then next we have up another Batman 687 in August 2009 of the Reborn storyline. And once again we have another Batman. This looks like an Art Germ cover. 684, Last Rites. $683, Last Rites, another. I hate to be wrong on this, but it definitely, yeah, this, no, I don't know. That looks more like Alex Ross than Art Germ. But you guys are going to tell me. I'm sure you will. Okay, another Brightest Day number 1. This is just Brightest Day number 1. I love the art in these Brightest Day storylines. Some of the stories, it's very confusing. There's so much subplots. Or at least the Blackest Night, when I read it, was really confusing. But the art was really, really cool. This is number 0, Brightest Day, June 10. These are dollar books all day long, but you know, stuff I like to read, I grab it for $1 when I'm supporting. 52 Pickup, Booster Gold number 1, October 7, 2007. And then Booster Gold 0, April 2008. Crisis in Time. Okay, so end of the dollar. Well, there is one more dollar book. This is probably the best out of them. Now I've owned this issue before. Beautiful Gene Colan art. I forget who writes this, but the writing is really, really good. But this is a 45th anniversary issue. If you do not have this, I suggest you find this if you can find it for less than $4 or $5. they were invited Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel to write into the letter portion. There is so much historical information in those two letters, especially by Jerry Siegel. He pretty much told verbatim what happened growing up in the Golden Age when you know that they were the first writers for Detective Comics, issue 1 and 2. And at the time, National Comics, I think it wasn't even called National Comics yet. They only had 2 titles out. I don't even remember what they were offhand. But Detective Comics was the third issue, or third title to come out of the National Comics company. And at the time, they were hiring like kids, 15, 16-year-olds. And Jerry Siegel talks about how they were so poor that he used his mom's breadboard as a drawing board. And then when she had to make bread, she had to go ask him, "Where's my breadboard at?" And they thought they had like stars in their eyes. They were going to be these like famous celebrity writers one day, and they were always telling their mom how they were going to be famous. And they were so poor. They lived in Manhattan, and it was only like 6 years out of the Depression. It wasn't too long after the Black Monday, which was in 1926, so this was 1936 or 37, so it was like 10 years, so it was through the Great Depression. Really interesting historical facts that he lays out there. Talks about the owner, the editor, and how they used to finagle free artwork off the kids and stuff like that, and how they were coming up off the ground with this issue, and they had high hopes for building this comic book company, and they were making promises to all those people that were patient and willing to work with them. So if you can find this, I'm telling you, I had this before and I had never read the letter page, and that was the best part of this book. More dollar books. I got a Flash from 1979, I think, number 276, and that's it for the dollar books. I picked this up for $4, Golden Age book, off a guy there, had his personal collection out of Georgia. And the reason I wanted to buy more, he had some good stuff, but I wanted a book that someone had for sale, a big book, and I wanted to save my money. And I told them if they don't take the price that I want for it, I'm going to come back and buy some more of his stuff, because they wanted $40 for this book, and I only had $30. So did they take it? You're going to find out. Obviously they did. Another dealer, he had a bunch of these, man. They were high grade, and he didn't have them priced. And I said, how about $5 a piece? He said, how about $6? And wow, a lot of key issues in here too. Justice League of America, Bronze Age, number 104, February 1973. I read this. It's pretty cool. It's Dick Giordano and Dick Dillon art. I love the art on this era that they did. There are some runs in here through the Bronze Age where the art is not really good at all. This book, the art in here is not like super really great like Jack Kirby or anything, but it's not like Frank Robbins or anything like that. I mean, Dick Giordano, he's a tremendously great artist. Everything's precise, and that's what I like about his art. And the Dick Dillon's inking is really good. The story kind of cheesy, but the art kind of helps it along. I did enjoy this. A little cheesy villain in here though, but high grade for $6. I was happy, and I didn't realize there were keys in here until I got home, read this stuff, and started labeling it. So here we have a small key, Justice League of America number 105, 1973, May. Elongated man. He joins the league in this issue. Pretty cool. And you know that he was in the league all the way up through the 80s. So that's one of the small keys. Another high grade issue, $6. Man, I was happy to have this. One of my favorite DC superhero groups that I just don't think they really got their due. So without ado, see how I did that play on words right there. Justice League of America 107, high grade for $6. October 73, first appearance of the Freedom Fighters. And first appearance of Earth X. Nice. I am so happy to add this to my collection. Love the Freedom Fighters. Another high grade key book, 106. So what did I do? I skipped one? Yeah. August 73, first time Red Tornado joins the Justice League. They thought he was dead. He helped him out with this mission they were on in the shadows. You knew who it was. And at the end he pops out and I have to say, I really like this because there was character development on the Red Tornado in here. You don't see that too much in these DC books, especially in the Bronze Age. There's like a side plot. He wanted to be more human, and he put on a human disguise, and he met a girl, and they were dating. I thought it was really well done character development in here, and that really made this a really enjoyable book. Like I say, you don't see that kind of characterization in DC books, especially in the Bronze Age. 108, so second appearance of the Freedom Fighters and second appearance of Earth X. And then this one's not quite high grade as the other ones. It's not beat up or anything like that. It's just got some tanning to the cover. So this is Justice League number 96. I did not read this one yet. That was $6 also. Okay, so that's it, except for, here's the key. I offered them 30. They took it. This book is probably like a 9. Yeah, it's like a 9.4, possibly a 9.6. So it could use a press. It has 2 ticks on it, 3 ticks that aren't color breaking. So it probably could bring this up to a 9.8. So for $30, I got Wolverine number 1. Sal Buscema. Cover, I'm pretty sure. I had this long time ago, 2 collections ago, so I'm happy to get it back, bring it into the PC, and yeah, for 30 bucks, I think I did pretty good on this book. So that's my Comicfest haul, guys. Thank you so much, and check out my contest. Hope to see a lot of entries and the prize box videos coming up. So, thank you.
Shoes. Never let myself down, kept on living my own rules. My mama won't